Hare Krishna, good evening and welcome all of you all for today evening's Bhagavad Gita class. On the fourth chapter, studying the fourth chapter, and we already come to the 20th verse. We completed 20th verse, so we continue further. So before we go ahead, let's start our class with the Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunvitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतम सावधूतम परिजन सहितम कृष्ण चैतन्य देवम श्री काधा कृष्ण पादान सगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितम हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So, doing a fast recap. Does anyone remember what we had discussed in the last lecture? A fast recap, not a detailed one. I just want a fast recap. Yes, who remembers? Tanvita Mataji. That is the problem with Bhagavad Gita. Rate of evaporation is the highest.
Hare Krishna. So we did 4.18, 19 and 20. So 18, Lord says that we are not the doer and you have to act in Krishna consciousness. So then your karma will become a karma and a karma can become karma. So if we should not be attached to the fruits of action. Sense gratification is the root cause of all the problems. So we have to surrender all results to Krishna.
Okay.
And act in Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
And
Our action when we do when we are when we are considered to be full in knowledge, when our every endeavor is without sense gratification. Whatever action we do, or whatever action we try to do, when it is without any sense gratification or a focus on that, then automatically you are supposed to be in full knowledge. Otherwise, आप कितना भी पढ़ाई कर लो, all a big waste. And I always give the example, हमें भगवत गीता सिर्फ रीड नहीं करना है. We don't have to read the Bhagavad Gita. We have to study the Bhagavad Gita. There is a difference between reading the Bhagavad Gita and studying the Bhagavad Gita. Reading means we can consider it as reading the newspaper. Where you read the newspaper, you don't get the knowledge. You just collect the information. Okay, इतना murder हो गया, building गिर गई, road में इतना accident हो गया. ये सब, this is all reading. Whereas Bhagavad Gita, when you actually understand and study under a bona fide spiritual master, then you try to implement those things. Yes, very nice, Mataji. So I think we completed 20, verse number 20.
yes, we have to do 4.21.
Yeah, we have to start with 4.21. So just I'll read the translation of 4.20 before we go to 4.21. Abandoning all attachments to the result of his activities, ever satisfied, independent, he performs no fruitive action, although engaged in all kinds of undertaking. So what is Lord saying? यहाँ पे हम a person abandons all types of attachment to the results, not to the work, but to the results of the work. And this is the most toughest part in the practically in the karma yoga part. इसके लिए हम लोग एंड में लॉर्ड इज गोइंग टू कम एंड से दैट ओके फाइन, कर्म योग नहीं हो रहा है, ज्ञान योग नहीं हो रहा है, या और ये ध्यान योग नहीं हो रहा है, तो चलो भक्ति योग में आ जाओ. So these are all the basic steps he is building up for our progress in the Bhagavad Gita. So you have to be, one has to be satisfied and independent, and be independent, and he performs no fruitive actions. These are the criterias. एक्शन करना है तो ये सब चीजें देख के करना है उस व्यक्ति को. अगर ये चीजें नहीं करता है, then it becomes a big problem. Now there is a small question which raises over here. Why is Lord trying to give us a detailed expression, whereas when it come to when we do bhakti yoga, or whenever I've taught you all about the bhakti yoga part, there's no much of restrictions or constraints or anything of that sort. It's much easier compared to looking at all the intricacies of the karma yoga. Why is it so? What is the purpose? और रादर कर्म योग में भी भगवान मतलब भगवान क्यों कह रहे हैं, ओके आई विल पुट द क्वेश्चन, रीफ्रेम द क्वेश्चन. भगवान क्यों कह रहे हैं, ओके अबैंडन ऑल अटैचमेंट टू द रिजल्ट्स ऑफ दिस, of his activities, don't have attachment to the result of his activities, and ever satisfied, independent, and performs no fruitive activities. Why does he say all this? Yes.
Prabhuji, is it because people sometimes say work is only worship, and work से कोई मतलब भक्त, my work is only my karma, and my karma is only what I am doing for the Lord. तो and अगर कर्म करना है तो कैसे करना है, ये बात भगवान बता रहे हैं.
ठीक है, okay, to some extent yes, but what is the purpose behind it? What is the, मतलब I don't want this, what is written in the front of it, I don't want it. उसके पीछे का कारण क्या है? What is the, no, I'm saying again and again, read the Bhagavad Gita, study the Bhagavad Gita. क्या पीछे कारण, कुछ मकसद क्या है उनका, मूल कारण क्या है? Yes, Riya, you have raised your hand.
Prabhuji, is it because that after bhakti we expect results, that अभी मैं इतनी भक्ति कर रही हूँ तो मुझे इतना
वो तो भगवान ने ऐसे भी उन्होंने बोल दिया ना कि विदाउट एनी फ्रूटिव एक्टिविटीज ever satisfied. वो तो भगवान ने अभी बोल दिया ना, this verse, in the verse number 20 is saying that he has already mentioned that what we are saying, त्यक्त्वा कर्मफल संगम नित्य तृप्तो निराश्रयः कर्मण्ये अभि प्रवर्तितो अपि नैव कंचित करोति सः. So what is clearly saying, त्यक्त्वा means living, कर्म फल संगम, कर्म का फल छोड़ रहे हो. तो why is he saying all this? Yes, Jigar Prabhu.
Can I try?
Yes. You roared so loudly, I was afraid.
अच्छा, मुझे पता नहीं था वो अनम्यूट हो गया था माइक, सॉरी.
नहीं, just joking, Prabhu.
तो प्रभु जी, मतलब आई एम जस्ट टेकिंग अ गेस कि when somebody is blind in love, तो उसको पता ही नहीं चलता है कि क्या कर रहा है क्या नहीं कर रहा है. तो मतलब कुछ भी करेगा.
Love with what?
Yeah, I'm just coming to it. So like in materialistic life also, when you are in love, you don't know what you're doing. मतलब एक गोल रहता है कि हाँ चलो इसके पीछे ही भागना है. So similarly, I think God is saying that if you love me, then eventually you would be independent, or you would be independent of the fruitive activities. काम तो करोगे, but then अगर तुम्हारे दिमाग में मेरा ही ये चलता रहेगा, अगर तुम्हारा मन मेरे में ही है, then you would not have any or
the answer is correct, but it is the no, your answer is correct, but it is the ulta. The ulta in the sense, I mean, you have put the second line first and the first line second. See, what is bhakti? Tell me now, what is bhakti? How do you understand bhakti?
प्रभु जी आप ही बोल.
नहीं, tell me, what is bhakti? What have you understood about bhakti?
Initially, like to first know about God, and then to praise, praise the God and love the God, ऐसा.
See, praise the God. You mean to say Lord loves flattering? मस्का पॉलिश अच्छा लगता है उनको, चमचागिरी अच्छा लगता है.
नहीं प्रभु जी, not that way.
If you what is the meaning? What is the meaning of praising the Lord? How do you understand this praising the Lord?
मतलब always
Very important
talking
point.
about the activities of Lord.
That is okay. That is understood. Then why all this stuti? What is this stuti? What is the meaning of stuti? Yes, Priya Kumari is raised her hand. She is the पूछा तो डर गया. अच्छा.
जी
Tell me. Yeah.
प्रभु
Please.
जी स्तुति में इट्स नॉट फ्लैटरी, दोज आर द फैक्ट, दोज आर एक्सपीरियंस्ड बाय देम. तो उन्होंने एक्सपीरियंस किया कि गॉड इज रियली समवन ग्रेट, तो दैट इज स्तुति.
So they are telling the facts about the person. हम लोग यहाँ फ्लैटरिंग करते हैं, जो उनके अंदर उनकी क्वालिटीज नहीं होती है वो हम बढ़ा चढ़ा के बोलते हैं. मगर जो स्तुति है, जो महा है, जैसे कुंती महारानी की स्तुति है, भीष्म स्तुति है, गजेंद्र है, ये जो स्तुतियां हैं, ये जो स्तुतियां हैं, दे आर एक्चुअल फैक्ट्स ऑफ द लॉर्ड विच दे आर प्रेजेंटिंग टू हिम. And by saying that, you are giving an understanding that Lord, I have understood your real greatness. If that understanding is not there, then there's a big problem. We general people, think अरे यार भगवान का स्तुति करना है मतलब भगवान को मस्का पॉलिश मारना, like how we do it in our भौतिक दुनिया में कैसे करते हैं वैसे ही करना है. नहीं, it's not like that. It's only talking about what you know about the Lord. You are speaking about the Lord. With your limitations, still with your limitations, you have come to know about the greatness of the Lord. And that is what is stuti. And now coming to the point of bhakti. Bhakti means what? Continuous attachment of your mind to the Lord's activities and Lord's lotus feet. That is what? That is प्रेममय. भगवान के ऊपर आपका बुद्धि लगाना या मन लगाना. आपका मन कैसे लगना चाहिए? It is said, an example is given. जिस तरह आप तेल की बोतल खोलोगे और तेल डालोगे, एक बर्तन में आप तेल डाल रहे हो, तेल कैसा गिरेगा? कहावत है ना, तेल और तेल की धार, तेल देखो और तेल की धार देखो, मतलब धार होनी चाहिए, मतलब इट शुड फ्लो इन वन कंटिन्यूअस फ्लो विदाउट एनी ब्रेक, विदाउट एनी जर्क्स. It should go, the oil flows smoothly. That smoothness should be there on applying your mind on the Lord. That smoothness has to be achieved, and to achieve that, Lord is giving us all these do's and don'ts. Finally, he's going to refute. Arjuna is going to refute karma phal also, karma yoga also is going to refute. So the whole purpose is how to apply the mind. So if your mind is on fruitive activities, if your mind is on the attached on the result of the activities, then you cannot do bhakti at all. Because actually what Lord is saying is karma yoga mein hi bhakti yoga chupa hua hai. The main purpose of giving all this is it should be you have to be doing bhakti, but without, in the form of karma yoga, he is giving you bhakti yoga. It is nicely camouflaged bhakti yoga in the form of karma yoga. That is what it is. Okay, now coming to verse number 21. निराशीर यच्चित्तात्मा त्यक्ता सर्व परिग्रह शरीरम केवलम कर्म कुर्वान न आपनोति किल्बिषम. Lord says, such a man of understanding acts with mind and intelligence perfectly controlled, gives up all sense of proprietorship over his possessions, and acts only for the bare necessities of life. Thus, working, he is not affected by sinful reactions. कर्म हमेशा आपको, अच्छे कर्म बुरे कर्म का तो हम ऑलवेज वी डिस्कस, अच्छे कर्म होते हैं बुरे कर्म होते हैं, मतलब क्या है, कर्म का फल अच्छा होगा या कर्म का फल बुरा होगा? कर्म कभी अच्छा बुरा नहीं होता, कर्म का फल जो है वो अच्छा या बुरा होगा. सपोज आई एम डूइंग ए बैड एक्टिविटी, द फ्रूट ऑफ दैट एक्टिविटी इज गोइंग टू बी सिंग. So if someone says no, now I'm in Krishna consciousness, so I'm not bothering about the fruit of the activity and I'm going to do the activity without desiring the fruit, but it is going to be a bad activity. That is not possible. That is why Lord is saying, man with such understanding acts with mind and intelligence perfectly controlled, giving up all sense of proprietorship over possessions. निरासीर यच्चित्तात्मा त्यक्त्वा सर्व कर्म त्यक्त्वा सर्व परिग्रह शरीरम केवलम कर्म. सिर्फ शरीर एक just an it's an instrument, and it is meant to do karma, but you should not be attached to the fruits of it. More or less, it's almost the same thing what we have discussed in the last lecture. The same thing Lord is giving it in more detail. Yes, Samrat Prabhu, can you please read the purport?
Yes, Babuji.
4.21. Yeah.
Yes, 4.21 purport. A Krishna conscious person does not expect good or bad results in his activities. His mind and intelligence are fully controlled. He knows that because he is part parcel of the Supreme, the part played by him as a part and parcel of the whole is not his own activity, but is only being done through him by the Supreme. When the hand moves,
just a second. When you go for some these motivational lectures, motivational, materialistic motivational lectures, they give a nice talk. It was said that why some people have take the risk and they are successful, and most of the people don't take risk and they are not successful in the material world. I'm not talking anything spiritual in this. And do you think, what do you guess, what is the reason of the success behind it? Can anyone guess why Lord is, I mean, even this can be applied to Krishna consciousness. That is why I'm talking this topic. It's like this. Suppose you have to walk on a rope. Let's say you're about 500 feet on a height, and you have to walk the rope from one end of the rope to the other end of the rope. And while walking, if you reach to the other end successfully, mind you, you're going to get a big prize bonanza for that. But here, when the person starts walking, normal person, what does he think? He's got enough knowledge. He has got enough knowledge. He thinks, oh, if I fall down, I'll break my leg. If I break my leg, it's okay. If I break my spine, I'll whole life I have to be on the bed. He thinks of pros and cons too much. So what did you do? The result of both this as well as the other side of going to the result. Whereas the motivation speaker gives a nice point. He says, those who don't care for that, who take that risk and they cross over the rope, they reach the other side and they are successful. Like, they give the success stories like KFCs and all that. KFC man was a big failure throughout his life. In the last leg of his life, he was successful, and he is still one of the billionaires in abroad. So here, if you see, Lord is trying to give the same understanding, but in a very spiritual manner, and that is in a material way. Did you get this point which I told? I mean, do you get to the point? Or did outside? Hmm? Who understood?
आज बीच में कट रहा था.
Okay. Did the point get clear?
Yeah, the point is, I just wanted to reiterate, okay, when you're giving the example of the walking over the rope, a common man would think about the negatives, like pros and cons, कि क्या होगा क्या नहीं, and they are attached to the results of the activity. However, the person who is successful, he is still attached to the result, but he is attached to the success के मैं वो side जाके क्या करूँगा. Is that correct?
Yes, he is very clear. Like, he is not worried about these small short-term gains and losses. He is thinking, I'll surely cross. The confidence level is there. Though this motivational talk doesn't have any much of connection, they have not given it any connection to the spiritual angle. But when we connect it spiritually, also, yes, true. It's like if you see most of the successful people, why that venture? Why others did not want to do it? It's not something. It came up, pop up from their mind. Those ideas come into many people's mind, but then they see the pros and cons, ifs and buts, and they get stuck to that and they remain behind. Whereas one who doesn't get stuck to those pros and cons, he goes ahead. Yes, bro, please
So
continue. Yeah.
Prabhuji, can we have this analogy in the spiritual world? Can we have this analogy? A common man, like before, attaining this, I mean, getting into spirituality, he will think of pros and cons. कि ये छोड़ना पड़ेगा, वो छोड़ना पड़ेगा, ऐसा करना पड़ेगा, ऐसा
Yeah,
करना
to
पड़ेगा,
some extent
behavior
yes,
ऐसा.
to some extent yes, but this analogy goes very correct to the law of karma. The karma योग का जो part है उसको perfect जाता है ये analogy.
Okay.
Fine. Samrat Prabhu, please continue.
When the hand moves, it does not move out of its own accord, but by the endeavor of the whole body. A Krishna conscious person is always dovetailed with the supreme desire, for he has no desire for personal sense gratification. He moves exactly like a part of a machine. As a machine part requires oiling and cleaning for maintenance, so a Krishna conscious man maintains himself by his work just to remain fit for action in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. He is therefore immune to all the reactions of his endeavors. Like an animal, he has no proprietorship even over his own body. A cruel proprietor of an animal sometimes kills the animal in his possession, yet the animal does not protest, nor does it have any real independence. A Krishna conscious person, fully engaged in self realization, has very little time to falsely possess any material object. For maintaining body and soul, he does not require unfair means of accumulating money. He does not, therefore, become contaminated by such material sins. He is free from all reactions to his actions.
See, okay. We have to understand one very important point, that what the crux which Prabhupada is trying to say over here is a Krishna conscious person doesn't try to accumulate money through illegal means. He doesn't, because who is the one who accumulates money through illegal means? It is given clearly in the Bhagavad Gita. An asura, a person with a demonic propensity, he only does these type of activities because he knows very well, मुझे ये छोड़ के जाना है. I don't have to carry this with me. I cannot carry, even if I want, I cannot carry this, whatever wealth I have earned, I cannot carry. But what I need to carry, I better start accumulating that. That becomes a priority for them. So the whole thing is bhakti. What you can do in bhakti yoga, you cannot do in any other form of life, in any other way of life. This other verse, next verse, you will understand this much better. Yadarcha lava santushto dvando atito vismrataha sama siddhau asiddhau cha krutva api na nibhadyate. He who is satisfied with gain which comes of its own accord, who is free from duality and does not envy, who is steady in both success and failure, is never engaged although performing actions. See, when you go to the last verse, purport given by Prabhupada, very nice understanding you can have from the story of Alexander. What was Alexander's story? Everyone knows he's called Alexander the Great, conquered all the worlds. I mean, the whole world he was conquering. And finally, how did he die? Which army conquered him and defeated him? Yes. All of you know about Alexander the Great, right? Then how did he die? And what was his last
Prabhuji,
way?
I think he got some disease or something, man.
Yes, very big disease. You know what was the disease?
कौन सा था?
Can you guess the disease?
मलेरिया था क्या? I
Yes,
remember.
malaria. Alexander the
Malaria.
Great was defeated by a small mosquito. एक मच्छर ने उसको हरा दिया. The great Alexander. And you know what did he do when he passed away? What was his, when he was in his deathbed? What was his instruction? Does anyone remember that?
I think it was like, even if you conquer the world, you are nothing. Matlab, it is something like
No,
that
no,
he
no.
must have.
What did he give? What did he give a instruction to his people?
प्रभु जी, I can try.
Yeah.
And उसने बोला था, he had asked to keep his arms open so everybody can see that I'm not carrying anything.
Yes, from his coffin, he told his people, please keep both my hands outside, open like this. मेरे दोनों हाथ बाहर रख दो. And he was taken in the coffin. And he said, all the doctors who treated me asked them to carry my coffin. All the doctors who treated me asked him to carry my coffin. The reason was he wanted to show the world I was the greatest plunderer. I have plundered so many kingdoms. I have annexed so many kingdoms. I have done so much great things. But in the end, I am not taking anything with me. And that is what he wanted to show to the world. That is why he had both his hands outside the coffin. So this is what a Krishna conscious person knows very well, whereas a non-Krishna conscious person or a person who is in the materialistic way of thinking, living his life, he will always think, nahi, nahi, bhaiya, till the last breath, how much more can I earn? How much more can I get? That is what is the definition between a satisfied person and a non-satisfied person. What is the definition of a satisfied person? I have given a definition earlier in a nice explanation. Who remembers? Let me see. Satisfied. Here, Lord is saying, Bhagavad Gita, Lord is saying, he who is satisfied with gains which come of its own accord. Yes, Jigar, speak.
Prabhuji, definition of a satisfied person
Hmm.
is like, मतलब पूरा तो बराबर याद नहीं है, पर I can try. That in spite of having all the opportunities and all the chances, if a person desires not to earn, not to grab the opportunity, is the satisfied person.
Okay, just modifying that in the correct way.
Content.
There is
The one who is content. The one who is content.
No. What is the definition of a content? That is what I want to know. What is the definition of a content person?
Happy with whatever is there in his life. I mean, now you'll say, what is happy? Again.
Oh, so that's why I'm just putting it in the right words. When there is every possibility to make money, but still if one doesn't make money, that is contentment or satisfaction. Contentment and satisfaction is more or less the same word, but how do you understand that? When there is every possibility for you to make money or make profit, but still you don't make profit, that means you are a content person or a satisfied person. Or the example always I give you, वर्ली सी फेस अभी याद है किसी को? किसको याद है वर्ली सी फेस का स्टोरी? वर्ली सी फेस, one rich man was going, and in the morning was going for a walk, and there he saw a nice juice wala. They have got a lot of these juice walas serving you very nice juices, दूधी का juice and name it, neem ka juice, wheatgrass juice and all that stuff. And this fellow went to that shopkeeper. He said, wheatgrass juice, 20 rupees a glass. And when he had a couple of juices, then he said, you got neem ka juice also. अरे neem का juice कितने का है? मतलब free है कुछ. मतलब why? जैसे देखो नीम का पत्ता फ्री है और मेरे घर के बगल में है, पानी भी हमको काफ़ी आता है तो चिंता नहीं है, चूल्हे में चढ़ा देता हूँ, पत्ता जब उबल जाता है आपको तो ग्लास भी नहीं देता हूँ, आपका जिस ग्लास में आप व्हीट ग्रास पीते हो उसी ग्लास में मैं आपको भर के देता हूँ, तो मुझे ग्लास का भी खर्चा नहीं है. सो आई डोंट वांट एनी मनी. वेरएस व्हीट ग्रास के लिए हाँ व्हीट भिगोना पड़ता है, उसको उगाना पड़ता है, उसको संभालना पड़ता है. सो लाइक आई हैव गॉट लेबर बिहाइंड इट, बट ये क्या पत्ते गिरते रहते हैं, बस उसी को उबाल के दे देता हूँ आपको. So it's the example. What the example is not more important. The understanding is this is satisfaction. That what comes of its own accord. And even Bali Maharaj also says the same thing. यदृच्छा उपपानेन संतुष्टो वर्तते सुखम. And last couple of lectures before I had given you संतुष्टता का मतलब क्या है. What is the need for satisfaction? Can anyone give me the need to be satisfied? Good, not in school, huh? I would have given you punishment.
Because अगर हम लोग satisfy नहीं होंगे तो हम लोग कभी नहीं होंगे, because एक खत्म हो दूसरा तीसरा, it's like that ना. We'll never be satisfied if you are not.
Can I add something?
Something. You also
If
add,
you are,
yes.
if you are satisfied, your mind is at peace. The mind is a bit controlled. If you are not satisfied,
Okay. Something. Make it. Let's make it sensible ना. इतना मैं भगवद गीता का कनेक्शन में बोल रहा हूँ तो जरूर ना कुछ तो
if
कारण
we are
रहेगा.
not satisfied, then we are going to be engaged only in earning money and the desires, and will not get time to do any kind of
yes,
thing.
a satisfied person can control his desires, his senses.
Can control his desires.
Can I add, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes.
Prabhuji.
Your divine voices are coming now.
Prabhuji, once the one who is satisfied, he can concentrate a lot on the bhakti.
Okay, fine. सब लोग है ना डोसा को पलटी कर करके वही डोसा घुमा रहे हैं. Okay, Bali Maharaj says this. Pumsa ayam smrute hetur asantushto artha kamayo. What does this mean? Pumsa ayam samsmrite hetu. The very purpose why man is in repeated cycle of birth and death. Samsmriti means repeated cycle of birth and death. उसका हेतु, उसका कारण क्या है? Lord is saying, Bali Maharaj says this. He says, असंतुष्टो अर्थ कामयो, क्योंकि वो असंतुष्ट है अर्थ और काम से. अपनी कामनाएं पूरी होती नहीं है और वो असंतुष्ट है. एंड सी द डिफरेंस. असंतुष्ट आदमी का क्या हो रहा है? He is in cycle of birth and death. Why you are having that take a birth again? अरे यार इच्छा नहीं हुई यार, ये अगला जन्म में तो हो जाएगी. Desire, hidden desire left in your mind, and that is why Lord is saying, "Pumso ayam samsmrite hetur asantushto artha kamayo." Then yadricha upapana संतुष्टो मुक्तया स्मृतः. जो यदृच्छा, यहाँ पे ये सेम वर्ड यूज किया गया है. यदृच्छा, यदृच्छा मीन्स ऑटोमेटिकली जो आ रहा है बिना मेहनत किए, बिना मतलब बिना उसके ऊपर आस लगाए, जो नसीब में जो मेरे हिस्से आ रहा है मेरे पास. People are already, it's always I give this example. You go and ask one person who is drawing around 25,000 rupees salary, sir, are you happy? He says, sir, कहाँ सर, आज की महंगाई में 25,000 कहाँ से होगा प्रभु? से पेट्रोल 100 रुपये लीटर है, रिक्शा महंगा है, बस महंगा है, ट्रेन महंगी है, सब्जियां महंगी है. सो एटलीस्ट मुझे 50,000 मिलेगा तो अच्छा रहेगा. You go and ask a person who is drawing 50,000-60,000 rupees. He says, no, it's very costly, very costly. At least have 1.5 lakhs, I'll be happier. You go and drawing 1.5 lakhs a month salary, a big person, a big company, you will say, no, sir, EMIs are high, I have to still buy a house, I have to still buy a big car and all that. At least मुझे 5 lakhs है. So ऐसे करते करते आप चले जाओ, अंबानी तक चले जाओ, या उसके ऊपर भी आप चले जाओ. Are you happy? अभी तो यार 2,000 करोड़ का नुकसान हुआ है. हमारे बट 2,000 का नुकसान हो गया, तो अभी 3,000 करोड़ ही है मेरे जेब में. असंतुष्टो अर्थ कामयो. अर्थ मीन्स मनी एंड कामना मीन्स डिजायर. जो अपनी डिजायर से असंतुष्ट है, जो अपनी अर्थ मतलब जो अपने कमाई से असंतुष्ट है, वो जन्म मृत्यु के चक्कर में बाहर निकल ही नहीं सकता है. Whereas a person who is satisfied with whatever comes in his own accord. He doesn't make any extra efforts so that his mind is more focused on the Lord. For him, he is qualified to go for liberation. And mind you, this is a confirmed statement made by Bali Maharaj. Not sorry, Bali Maharaj is Vaman Dev. In the Bali Maharaj story, this comes. So Vaman Dev says this. So we have to understand why this Yadricha Labha Santushto. Why is Lord saying this? Of course, Bhagavad Gita is a little mind book and Bhagavatam is a higher book. So here he is saying very clearly कि भाई जो संतुष्ट रहेगा, whatever comes by is free of accord and free from duality and does not envy. Another problem is when we are unhappy because of whatever comes its own way, we are always in envy. Mind you, envy is there in every aspect of life. Even in the spiritual world also, some may see envy also. अरे मेरे साथ था, ये आगे निकल गया. Don't worry. Who has stopped you? Who is holding you back? You also go ahead. किसी ने रोका है आपको? नहीं, तुम्हें नहीं करना है. तुम्हें 12 राउंड ही करना है. तुमको 16 राउंड नहीं करना है. किसी ने रोका है क्या? आप 25 राउंड करो. Go back to Godhead. Secret formula is out for everyone. But still, envy is there. Who study in both in success and failure. A classic example of success and failure is, who can give me the example? Chalo, I've given n number of times. Come on.
Ambani
From
brother.
Mahabharata. Chalo, I'm giving you another.
Character from
No, Amban. No, from character of Mahabharata. He is still not gone in the Mahabharata, Prabhu.
Can I try, Prabhuji?
Duryodhan?
Karna?
Duryodhan.
No. Where success and failure का सवाल कहाँ उठता है? Success and failure was mainly given with only one person, and that was Ashwathama. What was the sudden success he got? When the whole army was over, he has been made the king of the army. क्या आर्मी में कौन थे? कोई नहीं था. फिर भी पावर पोस्ट मिल गया, मथे चढ़ गया, उसका दिमाग out, and he went and killed the children of the Pandavas. Since he could not kill the Pandavas, that too his trick was how cunning, going to the tent when the night when everyone was sleeping. And how did he get the idea? In the night when he was talking with Kritavarma and Kripacharya, they said, no, we cannot go in the tent and kill. How can we go and kill? We will get killed. So what he thought? He was he was lying down in the forest and looking up. And on the tree, he saw nighttime, owls are smarter. They can see in the night. Owls can see better, but bats cannot see. In daytime, bats can see, owls cannot see. And they are, दूसरे का दुश्मन है. The owl always kills the bat and the bat always kills the owl the opposite time. Daytime, the bats kill the owl. The bats fight over the owl. And in the night, the owls win over the bats. So he saw, now it's the right time. I should go and kill. So he went and killed what the children, and then he killed Drishtadyumna also. So what was the whole stand? Thoda success mila, thoda power mila, he got carried away. And this is what is the most difficult problem. People sometimes get depressed in sad situations and happy situations. Lord has already told in the Bhagavad Gita, Sthita Ushna Sukhudukudaha Apaino Anityasya Tamsatya Tikshva Bharataha. The first line, Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya. It is all just a feeling. What? Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya. Sthita Ushna Sukha Dukha. Sthita Ushna means heat and cold. 2 months before, 1.5 months before, very cold, very cold, very cold. Today, none of us are able to sit in the house without a fan. And within 15 days or another month max, we'll have to sit with an AC. So it's all temporary. And it's happened every year. Huh? It's not just happening of the first year. But then, it's very hot, it's very hot. It's very cold, it's very cold. It's temporary. Don't get carried away with these things. So similarly, your happiness and distress, your success and failure, it's like a cycle. It's a cycle wheel. When once one part of the cycle is down, the other part of the cycle the wheel is up. It is going to go on coming up and down. You go and see the life of a beggar also. उसमें भी उसका life में भी राजयोग रहेगा. Sometimes the beggar must have got married to one beggary, and then he must have had a nice so-called married life, and then he must have also faced some problems. So this is there in everyone, right from a rich man to a poor man's life. Everyone, this is going to be a part and parcel of life. So there's nothing to get excited about it. And both steady in both success and failure. Never entangles to performing actions, because whatever action you do under these circumstances, what does it relate to? We are working under some mode of nature, and when you work under a mode of nature, that work cannot be, that karma cannot be a karma. It has to be either karma or vikarma. क्योंकि आप उस वक्त किसी ना किसी गुण के प्रभाव में हो. You are under some guna, either rajoguna or satoguna or tamoguna, whatever gun. Why? Either you are happy or in sadness. Why? Only in happiness we think about, or in sadness we think about having liquor. People want to go to the party and enjoy. Hey, I got a big promotion. Come on, big party. I'm throwing a big party for all of you all. I got a big success in my business. Okay, I'm throwing a big party for you all. So, and when he's sad also, he's, I'm very depressed. Let me drink a couple of bottles of liquor. Craziness. So all the actions are entangling. Whereas one who is steady in both, he knows, ठीक है, promotion हुआ तो भी क्या करना है, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. और नहीं भी हुआ, प्रमोशन नहीं हुआ, डिमोशन हुआ, और वो तो भी क्या करना है, उठ के सुबह एक ही काम करना है, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. यही करना है. What do you have to do? वही भगवान को वही भोग लगाना है, वही उठ के सुबह भगवान को आरती करना है, वही भगवान को नहला धुलाना है. That is why one should have a deity in his house. That is the main purpose of having a deity, because one will be focused. Oh, there's a big boss in the house. And when the deity is not there, people think, I am the boss of the house. मैं करता धरता हूँ इस घर का. But when the deity is there, oh, करता धरता है, मैं तो सिर्फ सेवक हूँ. I am das. ये तो हम boss. The boss का feeling निकालना है, तो one should have a deity. And when you serve the deity, you realize, oh, he is the boss. I am the das. लोग अगर भक्ति के बारे में पूछे तो भक्ति क्या बोलेंगे, लोग क्या बोलेंगे, अरे प्रभु वेरी इजी, नवदा भक्ति, श्रवणम कीर्तनम विष्णु स्मरणम पाद सेवनम अर्चनम वंदनम दास्यम साक्यम आत्म निवेदनम. हो गया ना, नवदा भक्ति हो गई अपनी. नो, दैट्स नॉट द भक्ति. वो प्रोसेस करने से मति भगवान पे लगेगी. सुबह उठ के कितना माला करोगे, प्रभु जी 16 माला हो गया, 17वां माला के लिए उंगली चलती नहीं है प्रभु जी, थक गया है. ओके ठीक है, भगवान को आरती निकालो. भगवान का आरती निकाला, कितना देर निकाले प्रभु, कितना बार घुमाए भगवान के सामने दिया, बोर हो गया. अगरबत्ती कितना राउंड घुमाए. अच्छा ठीक है, तो लॉर्ड देन भगवान को नहला धुलाओ, भगवान का श्रृंगार करो. कितना देर श्रृंगार करें प्रभु, हो गया 10-15 मिनट से श्रृंगार कर रहा हूँ, मोर पंख भी लगा दिया, सब लगा दिया, 10 मिनट में रेडी भगवान. तो अच्छा चलो ठीक है, मंदिर जाके आओ. So the main purpose of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam is to put your mind on the Lord. And we are so, some people, when I was working with the youth, and youth were telling me, Prabhu, videos don't work for more than 3 minutes. Uske baad, brain ka, some nice words they used. Capacity nahi rehta hai, you tend to keep the search of the video, or you stop watching the video and all that. Don't worry, it's not just the video. Bhakti में भी यही हाल है. इसके लिए Prabhupada was so merciful. From 64 rounds, he came down to 16 rounds. उसमें भी I have to beg everyone, please, 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 करो. Somebody, and I don't quote anyone's name, somebody had a tough problem last month. As it is, he was chanting 2-3 rounds only. He was not chanting some 16 rounds or 25 rounds. He was chanting 2-3 rounds. Then he had some problem. Okay, I asked him, how are you? नहीं प्रभु जी 3-4 दिन तो चैंटिंग ही नहीं हुआ मुझसे. बोला ऐसा बात कर रहा था जैसे रोज 25 माला कर रहा था. बोला 3 माला वो भी नहीं हुआ. बोला अच्छी बात है. So you come to understand, okay, this is how people are. We cannot do one specific seva for a long time. That is why we are given a program. ओके, सुबह उठो, भगवान का नाम जपो, फिर नहाओ, नहा के भगवान का पूजा पाठ करो, आरती करो, श्रृंगार करो, भगवान के लिए भोग बनाओ, चलो यहाँ बोर हो रहा है, चलो मंदिर जाओ, प्रभुपाद एडिशनल गोविंदास बना के दिया, बाहर खाने का मन हुआ गोविंदास में जाके खाओ, एटलीस्ट मती किसी न किसी तरह भगवान पे निवेश करो. Then your action, whatever action you are doing in that process, is free from any karmas. Otherwise, when you are doing work under any of the three modes, Rajagun, Satagun or Tamogun, then there is a possibility that the karma may be either a karma or a vikarma. Akarma to nahi hoga because you are not doing in a devotional mood. So devotional mood is very important, and that is what Lord is trying to indirectly tell in these process. Whereas Lord Age, when he will go to 7th chapter, then you will actually open the real picture. 7th chapter, 9th chapter, 10th chapter, he talks about I am this, I am this, I am this. Somebody asks, why does he say I am this, I am this, I am this? What do you think he's saying this? What is the purpose? You have read, anyone, all of you have read the Bhagavad Gita at least, literally, the sum of it, right? So what do you think? Why is Lord saying, I am the fire and the heat, I am the strength of the power of the, I am the bala of the balvatam, I am the bala of the balvatam, I am the rasoham of Sukaunti, Prabha Asmi Sashi Surya, I am the light in the Shashi and Surya, moon and sun, Pranava Sarva Vedeshu, I am the Pranava of the Vedeshu, I am the Omkar of the Vedeshu. So what does he see all this?
Prabhuji, can I try? Prabhuji, maybe he is trying to, tell that, provide the information about the तत्व गुण, मतलब जो भगवान और मटेरियल और ब्रह्मांड में जो दिखता है वो गुण बताने की ट्राई कर रहे हैं. जैसे 12th
लोग कहते हैं प्रभु, बट लोग कहते हैं भगवान इज गोइंग टू बी ऑटोक्रेट. ही इज जस्ट सेइंग आई एम दिस, अपना ही बड़प्पन कर रहा है. Just imagine, Jigar, you start saying, no, I am the boss of my company, I am the this of the company, मेरे वजह से company नहीं हिलेगी, मैं नहीं जाऊँ तो boss का हवा tight हो जाएगा. No, if you go on saying all this, how would it look? I mean, would it look like, bragging too much about your own self? So why is Lord saying? Is he wants to brag about himself?
It could be the other way around. He is trying to say that you are so minuscule.
Okay, that's one way of looking at it. Okay, then okay, even if you have minuscules, like someone comes and starts talking to me about Bhagavad Gita and all, people start giving me advice also. आप बराबर चिंतन नहीं करते हो, आप सही चिंतन करो. बोला क्या चिंतन करूं इसमें? He's telling आप चिंतन करो. चिंतन कितना करूं मैं? अभी इतना साल से कर रहा हूं, अभी क्या और कितना चिंतन करूं? They come and tell me. So हाँ बराबर मैं करना चाहिए. I have done. I accept it and I move off. So Lord can also say that, ना ठीक है ना, तुम अपने आप को बड़ा बोल रहे, ठीक है, you're Shivaji, I'm going. The Lord can also keep his mouth shut. What is the need for him to say, I am the power, I am the seed giving father, I am the, Aham Vaishwanaryo Bhuta, Prani Nam Devam Ashritaha, Pranapan Samanukta, Pachami Annam Chaturvidam. I am the digesting fire in your stomach. You don't even digest the food. I digest the food for you. इतना सब भगवान क्यों कह रहे हैं?
अहम और अहंकार ना हो मानव को.
मतलब भगवान को है इतना, खुद बोल रहे हैं मैं हूँ मैं कर रहे हैं भगवान,
ताकि
हमारी तरह भगवान.
प्रभु जी, अपने को जो होता है, अपने को ये सब चीज होती है, अहम और अहंकार होता है अपने को, इसीलिए
नो,
जस्ट टू डिविएट फ्रॉम इट.
नो,
कि हमको सब चीज में भगवान दिखे ऐसा.
Yes, 19 people are there, only 2 people are answering. बाकी लोग क्या? Come on, I want answers from other people also. Poor, only these 2 people are only batting. तभी से हाँ बोलिए, कोई तो बोलिए.
तो जी भगवान is saying the truth. और ये
Yes,
actual बात क्या है ये बता रहे. He is merciful, that's why he is conveying us कि what is the truth and we should know कि actually है क्या सब कुछ.
See, yes, you're right. Something connected to your topic, I'll give another explanation, which is what acharyas give. कि भाई हमारे पास कुछ भी नहीं है, फिर भी हम इतना कुछ हमारे बारे में ब्रैग करते हैं. जिसके पास इतना कुछ है, वो अपने बारे में ब्रैग करने के बाद एंड में क्या बोलता है? What does he say in the end? He says, what I am telling you, Arjuna, is just a fraction of my opulence. What does he say? It's just a fraction of my opulence, because for my opulence has no end. Bhagavatam says, one may at the most count all the particles of sand in this entire universe. Mind you, not in this earth, in this entire universe. But still he cannot count the opulences of the Lord. So what does it mean? The Lord is trying to say very clearly, yes, I am this, I am this. And जब तक एक व्यक्ति का बड़प्पन मालूम नहीं पड़े, हम उसके पास शरणागत नहीं होंगे ना. अगर मैं आऊं आपके बोल के पूछूं, प्रभु आपके एरिया में सबसे बड़ा आदमी कौन है, आप क्या बोलेंगे? अरे 500 करोड़ का पार्टी है, बहुत बड़ा पार्टी है. So you are surrendered to him because 500 करोड़ का पार्टी है. Not because he is having a good character or is a good person, you are not bothered. You only go and surrender to him because he is a 500 करोड़ का पार्टी या 1000 करोड़ का पार्टी, whatever it is. मार्केट में क्रेडिट भी क्या निकालते हैं हम लोग, इसको पार्टी को माल दें, अरे दे दो यार, 200 करोड़ का पार्टी है, 200 करोड़ का पार्टी है, बिंदास दे दो. अरे यार वो आदमी क्या है, दानत क्या है, उसका क्या, वी आर नॉट बॉदर्ड अबाउट इट. तो भगवान भी अपना 500 करोड़ का पार्टी, हम लोग अगर हम लोग यहाँ बोलते हैं, तो भगवान भी अपनी थोड़ा बड़प्पन करने में क्या बुरा है? क्योंकि हम जब तक उनका बड़प्पन जानेंगे नहीं, वी विल नॉट सरेंडर टू हिम. वी ऑल नो गॉड इज ग्रेट, बट हाउ ग्रेट इज गॉड वी डोंट नो. So he is just showing a fragment of his greatness. Are you able to get it? All of you are able to get it? That's a small fragmental part he is mentioning, and the end he is saying, इतना सब बोलने के बाद, इतना वर्ड्स में, I used to earlier when I was, I'm still new, but I was that I'm very, very new. So I used to read all this verse. And the end, अरे यार, end में भगवान बोल रहा है, this is all just a fragmental part. फुकट का पढ़ा इतना सब, ये भी इतना पढ़ना बाकी है, इतना तो I don't know, मतलब Lord himself has not mentioned that much. इतना तो अभी तो उन्होंने इतना बताया, and it took me so much time to read all the soul things. I am Rasoham Apsukonti, I am the taste in the water, I am the fire, I am the heat, I am the light, I am this, I am that, my God. And after some, it's just one fragmental part. So what is Lord trying to say? If you don't know my greatness, you will not surrender to me. We are so dumb, we need to have someone great to surrender. We need someone great to surrender. And that is the difference between gopis and us. Once, a nice story, a gopi. I've told you all earlier, I don't remember, I don't know how many of you remember it. Once a nice, a lady had Laddu Gopal deities with her. So she was taking nice care of her. But suddenly one day she had to go to her mother's place, village. तो क्या करें? उसने अपनी दोस्त को पूछा, क्या तू संभालेगी? और उसको कभी आइडिया नहीं था, भक्ति कभी किया नहीं, उसने कभी संभाला नहीं. तो उसको बोला, तू क्या करना है? बस मेरे भगवान को संभालना, टाइम टू टाइम खिलाना और उनको कुछ तकलीफ नहीं होने देना. बोला ठीक है, तू जाके आ. शी वॉज ए गुड फ्रेंड, क्लोज फ्रेंड. तो उसने वो लड्डू गोपाल दे दिया उसको और चली गई. तो लड्डू गोपाल एकदम लपेट के दिया था. ठंडी का मौसम था. इसने लड्डू गोपाल खोल के देखा, तो देखा, आपने लड्डू गोपाल तो देखा होगा, सबके पास होगा भी, कई लोगों के पास हाथ ऐसा, हाथ में एक लड्डू रखे, भगवान ऐसे खड़े हैं, एंड पैर भी ऐसा एकदम टॉडलिंग टाइप. भगवान, मेरे भगवान बोलते हैं, ये तो कैसा है, ये तो अकड़ा हुआ है पूरा. मेरे ख्याल से मैंने उसको ठीक से संभाला नहीं है, इसके लिए इनका पैर शरीर अकड़ गया है. तो उसने क्या किया, रोज भगवान का मालिश करने लगी. बोला, कल आप मेरी दोस्त आके बोलेगी, तूने को मैं काम दिया था संभालने के लिए, तूने ठीक से संभाला नहीं. तो रोज पकड़ के मालिश करती थी, भगवान मेरे से गलती हो गई है, आप सीधे हो जाओ, सीधे हो जाओ, सीधे हो जाओ. एंड में भगवान वाकई में सीधे हो गए. उसके भगवान दोनों पैर सीधे हो गए, हाथ भी सीधे हो गए. तो ये आ गई, भागी. बाद में उसकी दोस्त आई, जाके पूछ रही है, मेरा लड्डू गोपाल दे दे. बोले, हाँ ले, देख तेरे लड्डू गोपाल. वो देख रही, खड़ी है. बोला, यार मैं थोड़ी है वो लड्डू गोपाल, तो नीचे टॉडलिंग टाइप रहते हैं, ये क्या है? मुझे लगा कि आपके भगवान ठंडी से वजह से सिकुड़ गए थे, अकड़ गए थे, उनका अकड़पन निकालने के लिए मैंने मसाज करके उनको सीधा कर दिया. So bhava is more important. This is what is the actual bhakti. That is why the bhakti bhava, what we say, is cannot, when you read this, you cannot get bhakti bhava. This is Bhagavad Gita is rules, law book. Okay, you do this, तुमको फांसी मिलेगी. You do this, तुमको 10 साल जेल मिलेगी. Like it's do and don'ts. But the bhava, what you can see is only when you come out of those rules and regulations. That is why you can get all that in the 8th and 9th chapter. You can get some bhava. Till then, it will be rest. No, God is trying to guide you all. Yeah, Prabhu, please read the purport.
A Krishna conscious person does not make much endeavor even to maintain his body. He is satisfied with gains which are obtained of their own accord. He neither begs nor borrows, but he labors honestly as far as in his power, and is satisfied.
There is a 1 minute. Sorry, there is a nice गोदिया बाबा कहते हैं, अयोध्या में रहते थे. उनका खासियत ये था, वो कभी कपड़ा नहीं खरीदते थे, कभी नहीं. जो भी कपड़ा मिल जाता था, घूमते घामते जो भी मिल जाता था, सब कपड़ा जमा करते थे, सरयू में अच्छी तरह से धोते थे उसको, वहीं धो के सुखा देते थे, और उसी को जोड़ के लपेट के एक गोदड़ी बनाते थे, और वही उनका सोटू से पोजीशन हुआ करता था. ठंडी में ओढ़ लेते थे, गर्मी में नीचे बिछा के सो जाते थे. So this is, what we are reading right now apparently looks very impractical things, but there are people in today's date. You go to Ayodhya, you go to Naimisharanya, there are so many sadhus who live a life like this, who are content, who just don't make any endeavors. पुराना कपड़ा है, जो भी है, ठीक है, अच्छी तरह से धोएंगे, उसको डाल के बना के रहेंगे उसमें, and they are happy and content in that. So this is, I'm not saying we all have to follow this. It's not practical for us to follow, but at least to some extent, bring some simplicity in our life. That is what is the main crux of this. Please go ahead, Prabhu. Sorry.
He is therefore independent in his livelihood. He does not allow anyone's service to hamper his own service in Krishna consciousness. However, for the service of the Lord, he can participate in any kind of action without being disturbed by the duality of the material world. The duality of the material world is felt in terms of heat and cold, or misery and happiness. A Krishna conscious person is above duality because it does not hesitate to act in any way for the satisfaction of Krishna. Therefore, he is steady both in success and in failure. These signs are visible when one is fully in transcendental knowledge.
Person in Krishna consciousness always thinks of only one thing. Jo hua hari ichha. This is because of the Lord. And you see, when Parishit Maharaj was cursed by the sage son, what did he do? He had the power to recurse the sage, but he did not. He said, okay, fine. It is the will of the Lord. And he was so thankful. He's saying, because of your shrapa, I came into full surrender of the Lord. Till then, he was a king. The minute he got the shrapa, what he did? He gave this kingdom to his son Jamije, and he went to the side of the Ganga river, and he sat over there trying to do devotional service, fully focused. So this is what we have to understand. Ki bhai, whatever is happening is happening by the will of the blessing. Why you see all the curses which happened, like say in Indradimna Maharaj, who was cursed to become Gajendra. How did he take it up? What was he doing? उनकी गलती क्या थी? बैठ के उन्होंने मौन व्रत लिया था और भगवान के लीला में मग्न थे, और इतने में अपने अगस्त्य मुनि अगस्त्य मुनि वहां दुर्वासा मुनि आ गए, अगस्त्य मुनि आ गए, और उन्होंने क्या बोला? वो अपने शिष्यों के साथ आ गए. देखा, अरे you are not welcoming me, you are not giving me the proper blessing, I curse you to become an elephant. Okay, fine, very nice. He didn't say, भगवान मैं तो तुम्हारा पूजा कर रहा था और फुकड़ का मुझे कर्स मिल गया. Unnecessarily I got cursed. But thanks to that curse, he got the darshan of the Lord. There is every reason, there is behind every reason, activity, there is a reason. Why Jay Vijay were cursed by Lakshmi ji? Lakshmi ji cursed Jay Vijay that, she told him, now you have done a Vaishnava Aparadh, for this you have to fall down. And then what did he do? He used the 4 Kumaras to curse Jay Vijay to go as demons. So इसमें भगवान का क्या लीला था? Yes, भगवान का लीला था. Bhagavan wanted to have वीर्य रस, fighting रस. He wanted to fight. So how will he fight? Fine. I have to have my own opponent. अपना ही आदमी को बना के खड़ा करके फाइटिंग कर रहे थे. कोई बाहर का तो कोई है ही नहीं ना उनके पास. There is only one and one, the Lord. There is no one above him. There is no one next to him or parallel to him. There is only one God. So what he did? Okay, fine. He used that curse for his enjoyment. So whatever happens, and even Lord has proved it, that if anything comes on you as a curse, accept it quietly. 2 times he was cursed. Once after the war by Gandhari. Gandhari cursed him that your whole kul will go as nash ho jayega. He accepted it. Fine. At least he accepted. Yes, इसी बहाने मेरा यदुवंश यहाँ से मैं wind up तो कर पाऊंगा, नहीं तो how will I take back my यदुवंश? They all are demigods, and they will all become powerful after I go. How can I wind up my leela? So he used that curse for his benefit. He did not get agitated with it. Neither when Durvasa Muni cursed Sambha, that time also he accepted it. Very nice. The same Musal will become the cause of your death. So all this whatever things are happening, good or bad, one should never get agitated with it. One has to accept things the way it comes, and then it is possible for us to be in the path of liberation. Otherwise, to be in the path of liberation with all the do's and don'ts or ifs and buts or conditionally, if you want to love God, it is not going to be possible. Like the next verse, Lord is saying, the work of a man who is unattached to the mode of material nature and who is fully situated in transcendental knowledge merges entirely into transcendence. The same thing which later in Bhagavatam I have mentioned. The work of a man who is unattached to the mode of nature. See, finally, the activity, whatever action we do, work means what? Action. Karma jo kar rahe hain, that should be unattached. That should not be connected to the 3 modes of material nature, and who is fully situated in transcendental knowledge. पूरे आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान में जो रचा पचा बैठा है, merges entirely into transcendence. अगर आप आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान रखकर 3 गुणों के अंदर रहते हुए आप कार्य करोगे, 2 opposite things. It's like एक तरफ आप what do you say, you are eating an ice cream, and on the other side you are eating drinking a cup of hot water. 2 opposite things, which is very bad. Hot and cold together, you are doing it. One time you're licking an ice cream, one time you're drinking a cup of hot water. Similarly, if one who is in transcendental knowledge but is attached to material activities, that is the 3 activities in 3 modes of material nature, rajogun, satogun, tamogun में वो कार्य कर रहा है, then it is the problem. अच्छा, वो तीनों में नहीं है और आध्यात्म ज्ञान है, then he merges into transcendence. Please read the purport of this. I want to complete this verse today. Yeah.
Becoming fully Krishna conscious, one is freed from all dualities and thus is free from contaminations of the material modes. He can become liberated because he knows his constitutional position in relationship with Krishna, and thus his mind cannot be drawn from Krishna consciousness. Consequently, whatever he does for Krishna, who is primeval Vishnu. Therefore, all his works are technically sacrifices, because sacrifice aims at satisfying the Supreme Person, Vishnu, Krishna. The resultant reactions to all such work certainly merge into transcendence, and one does not suffer material effects.
It's basically, if you want to get out of the so-called material suffering, even though you are in this material world, फिर भी आपको उस चीज से तकलीफ नहीं लेना है या वो सफरिंग नहीं लेना है. The only way possible is, if you are situated in transcendence, you will not be suffering with this adi devik, adi bhautik, adhyatmik tap, and you will be able to deal well with जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि. आई एम नॉट सेइंग जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि नहीं होगी, 100% रहेगा. जो भी इस धरती पे आएगा, इस मृत्यु लोक में आएगा, he has to face it, but he will not be tortured or troubled or disgusted with these things. He will be able to pull on his life happily. That is the benefit of being in transcendence. Okay, I wanted to complete 24, but it won't be possible. Okay, anybody has got any doubts, questions, anything?